We arrived at Tumling around 10 in the morning, but somehow it didn't feel like morning anymore. It didn't even feel like the same day. Everything we had seen since sunrise, the train journey, the waiting, the mountain roads, the fog, the cold, the endless turns, made it feel like we had been traveling for much longer, as if time moved differently here. Tumling was not loud. It didn't announce itself like a tourist place. It appeared slowly, through fog, wind, wooden homes, narrow roads, prayer flags, and silent hills. The whole town looked like it was floating inside a cloud. There was no clear beginning, no clear end. Only houses disappearing into mist, roads bending into nothingness, and mountains hiding behind their own breath. At first, we didn't know what to do, so we did the only thing the place allowed us to do. We slowed down. We stepped outside, felt the cold wind on our faces, let the fog surround us, and slowly, without saying much, we began to walk into it. There was something strangely peaceful about Tumling. Not the kind of peace that comes from comfort, but the kind that comes from distance. Distance from noise, distance from pressure, distance from the version of yourself that is always running behind something. Here, life looks simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. People here live with the cold, the fog, the steep roads, and the silence, every day. A villager carrying wood on his back, small shops waiting quietly beside the road, dogs wandering through the mist like they belong to the mountain itself, homes standing still against wind and weather. This was not the polished beauty we usually search for. This was raw, cold, difficult, and honest. The mountains don't romanticize life. They show it exactly as it is. Beautiful, but demanding. Peaceful, but never easy. And maybe that is why this place felt so real. As we walked through the fog-covered roads, visibility kept changing every few minutes. One moment, the whole hill would vanish. The next moment, a road, a house, or a distant peak would slowly appear like a memory returning. It felt like the mountains were teaching us patience. You cannot force clarity here. You have to wait for it. You have to stand still, breathe, and let the fog decide when it wants to move. Maybe life works the same way. Sometimes we try too hard to understand everything at once. Our pain, our failures, our heartbreaks, the reason why certain things happened. But some answers don't come when we chase them. They come slowly, like a road appearing through fog. Standing there in Tumling, I felt something shift inside me. The cold was sharp. The wind was strong. The sky was gray. But my mind was quiet. For once, I wasn't trying to escape my thoughts. I wasn't trying to fix everything. I wasn't trying to become someone else. I was just there, a small person in a small mountain town, surrounded by fog, silence, in a world much larger than my own sadness. And maybe that was enough. Tumling didn't give me answers. It gave me stillness. And sometimes, stillness is the first step toward healing. So we kept walking, not to reach somewhere, not to find something, but simply to get lost for a while, inside the fog, the cold, and the strange peace of this mountain town. woke up very early that morning, leaving the comfort of the warm bed behind, because something inside me knew I had to rush outside. The previous day was covered in fog, cold winds, and uncertainty. But this morning felt different. The world had become silent. The fog had finally cleared. The sky was clean, blue, and almost unreal. And the first light of sunrise was slowly touching the mountains with a golden hue. Then I saw it, Kanchanjangha, the sleeping Buddha. For a few seconds, I didn't even know how to react. This was the same mountain range I had only seen in photographs, documentaries, wallpapers, and travel videos. But now, it was standing there in front of me. Real, silent, eternal. They say you have to be lucky to see Kanchanjangha clearly on your first visit to the mountains. And somehow, on my first true journey into the Himalayas, the clouds moved away, and the mountains revealed themselves. It felt less like sightseeing, and more like being allowed to witness something sacred. For many people of this region, Kanchanjangha is not just a mountain. It is a guardian, a divine presence, a symbol of strength, purity, and protection. Its name is often connected with the idea of the 5 treasures of snow: gold, silver, gems, grain, and sacred knowledge. In standing there, watching the golden light fall over those snow-covered peaks, I understood why people attach myth, prayer, and faith to mountains like this. Some beauty feels too large to be explained by geography alone. The light snowfall from the night before had left a soft white layer across the ground. For me, even that felt unreal. It was my first experience of snow, something I had only seen in movies and on the internet. But here, it was not a spectacle. It was quiet, subtle, almost fragile. The roads, the grass, the rooftops, the distant hills, everything carried a thin trace of winter. And above it all, Kanchanjangha stood still, glowing under the morning sun. There are moments in life when the mind stops speaking. This was one of them. No overthinking, no sadness, no pressure, no noise from the world I had left behind. Just cold air, golden light, blue shadows, and the impossible beauty of the mountains. The kind of beauty you don't capture loudly. You don't explain it too much. You simply stand there and let it enter you. Because some mornings are not meant to be rushed. Some mornings are meant to be absorbed quietly. And maybe that was the real gift of tumbling. After a day of fog, uncertainty, and disappearing roads, the mountain finally showed me clarity. As if nature was saying, the fog will not stay forever. Sometimes you just have to wait through the cold, through the darkness, through the silence, until the first light returns. And when it does, you realize the view was always there. You just couldn't see it yet.